Hello, and welcome to the third installment on my welcome to my fifth installment on my 5-part series on how to study more efficiently. This episode is called Eliminate Distractions. This is the fifth and final episode of this 5-part series on how to study more efficiently. One of the main reasons why people struggle with studying is because of the distractions, like picking up your phone or surfing the web. To get rid of this problem, eliminate all your distractions like putting your phone in another room or setting up a blocker for other websites. These will be some of the topics I'll be covering in today's lesson or video or whatever you want to call it. So number 1, put your phone in another room if needed to reduce distractions from phones. I don't know about you guys, but personally, one of my biggest enemies while trying to study was my phone. It was an enemy but a friend in disguise. Whenever I was overwhelmed or I was super bored and I didn't want to do any work, I used my phone as like a method of just a way to shelter myself from this overwhelmness and all the work I needed to do. What I did was whenever I got overwhelmed, I just hide everything, hide all that work under the covers and just get on my phone and just play and just distract myself. And this was on purpose too. This wasn't just an accidental thing. This was 100% on purpose. So I'd be on my phone and I'd be like, okay, let me do this one thing and now let me get back to studying. One more thing and let me get back to studying. No, you're just lying to yourself. If you tell yourself that, knowing from personal experience, that's just you lying to yourself. So what you need to do is just completely forget that your phone even exists. Some people would say, I'll keep my phone, but I just won't touch it. That's a lie. That's cap. Because if your phone's with you, you are gonna touch it. You are gonna pick it up. You're gonna go on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. So the best thing to do is just keep your phone, give it to a family member, or just put it at the other side of the room, or maybe not even in. If you can't even handle that, put it in another room, or if you can't even handle that, and if you're too tempted to just go to the other room and get your phone, give it to a parent and ask them to hide it, or a parent or sibling or whatever, ask them to hide it, and when you're done, you can come back and collect it. So that's a good way to eliminate distractions. Like your phone is probably going to end up being your number one distraction during all this. So I decided to cover that because it was probably one of the most menacing distractions, which is I guess not so menacing because it's in disguise. All right, number 2 is tell your audience. That's my notes. So what you need to do to eliminate distractions, this is all of these points, by the way, are based off of personal experience and just what I've learned as a person, like what works and what doesn't. One thing that does work is playing music. Playing music can either help you or make things worse. My suggestion from personal experience, as I said before, all my points are from personal experience. Play music that won't distract you. So play music that has a repetitive tone that's over and over, and preferably without words, and preferably not so much with the all hyped up and high end. So I like to listen when I'm studying. I like to listen to lo-fi music because it's calm, it's cool, it keeps me focused. I like it, it's catchy, and there's no words, and it's just a repetitive tone throughout, and it puts me in this lulling pattern that just keeps me focused. If you play gangster or rap music, if that works for you and keeps you focused, good for you. But personally, that kind of stuff just distracts me. I like it, don't get me wrong, but when I'm trying to study or work, that kind of stuff distracts me. So music, pretty much the purpose of that is to just block out all the outside noise, all the outside distractions. Like if your fan is on, and you're like the back of your mind, like you need to, when studying, you need to get the full effect, you need to make sure 100% of your brain is focused on that. So if there's like some noises in the background, like your family like just like talking to each other, or like your fan is on, or like out the window you hear a car, that could distract you. Like I guess some a part of your brain will be focused on the studying still, but then I guess like that's the frontal lobe, but like probably the rest will kind of be focused on that and a little bit and break your rhythm, or I guess you can say train of thought. So that's what music really does. Hype music just like if you play songs you like with words, if it does help you, you can do that. But personally, like I wouldn't really do that, because it just, I get too caught up in the music. Maybe I'd start singing along and stuff. Like yeah. So another thing you can do is chewing gum. So pretty much chewing gum, I'm not just saying this from personal experience. It's literally been scientifically proven that chewing gum helps you with, like it helps you with like your mental state, like you know like chewing gum will help you like stay focused. Like it releases endorphins and just like chemicals to your brain to help you just like make sure you stay focused. And yeah, so chew. And also it kind of like, it's kind of like the physical form of music, or lofi music, which I like to listen to while I'm studying, as mentioned earlier in my last point. That it's like a repetitive pattern. So while your brain is focused, the rest of you will be fidgeting and stuff. But chewing gum actually does help you focus. From articles from all these different universities, from professors, from Harvard students, like from Waterloo students, like all these people like are just like completely, yeah, like yeah, it's pretty cool. And as I said before, it's kind of like the same kind of pattern-ish thing as the same kind of like pattern, like over and over repeated, like a loop kind of thing, like this for example, this lofi music in the background, that this is a very good example. This lofi music will help you, putting music in the background will help you stay focused on this video, because it's a pattern. You'll start to tune it out eventually, but it also fills in those blank spaces in which you'd probably be bored, or something to that effect. So yeah, so it's an over and over pattern. So same thing with the chewing gum. As I mentioned before, there are some similarities, or some like things that are very similar between chewing gum and the music. So chewing gum is just an over and over, just chew, bite, pull, like all that stuff over and over again. It puts you in like a lulling state, helps you focus. You can focus on the gum like in your like subconscious, but like your main focus will always be on the work at hand. So yeah, this was the final episode of my 5-part series on how to study more efficiently. I'm very grateful to share my knowledge with all my other peers during all 5 of these videos. I'm grateful for the volunteer hours I'll be getting. I'm grateful, like this has been very fun to make, just editing. It's always been my passion just to edit and just make videos. So yeah, thank you for listening to all. Hopefully you've been listening to all 5 episodes, and hopefully you've learned a thing or two about, just working. Anyways, thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day. See you.